Hey friends, welcome back to Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics, more specifically reptiles and birds. And I just wanted to share something that's very common for those of us that keep reptiles, and that's what shedding is, S-H-E-D, shedding. And lots of critters do this in nature. Crustaceans are gonna shed their outer exoskeleton. Reptiles actually shed their skin, their outer layer of skin, and it's to two main purposes. In reptiles is to grow new skin, and underneath they do grow a new layer of skin. That's why they're so pretty when the old layer comes off, but also to allow room for growth. And I noticed today that Pugsly is in shed, and sometimes sheds can be uncomfortable for certain reptiles, and it's a time that you should probably minimize contact with them. Some reptiles will have their eyes that can't blink, like snakes. The skin over their eyes will actually become dull and limit their vision. But you can see Pugsly there is doing an awesome job of rubbing his skin off. He's got it really started well there. I don't see any pieces hanging on his eyes. That's something that you can do as their human, is always make sure that everything comes off eventually, especially eyes and little toes. Those can cause some severe injuries. And also the nares, the little nostrils there. Sometimes you need to hold them and pull out. They'll be just like little inverted plugs into the nose, and just make sure all that stuff comes off. Usually good sheds or 100% sheds are associated with humidity and the ability of the shed to come off. For instance, the snake might crawl completely out of its skin and it be in one large piece, which is awesome. But with these guys, uromastics, they don't have that ability to use the humidity, because they are a very low humidity reptile. I try to keep the humidity in here between 20 and 30%. The temperature in there right now is 147, and it takes a little bit of getting used to keep them this hot. But if you don't, they're lethargic and they don't metabolize their food. And you can see he's in the middle of his, it's brunch by now, but he's got wild strawberries, regular strawberries, some little bitty pieces of blueberry, and 2 kinds of lettuce. So I did have his breakfast, and then after a brunch and a nap, decided it's time to get this skin off. So he's working at it. That was his favorite piece of wood that came with him, and his main entrance has always been up there, and he has tunnels under there, but one main one that comes off and comes down right there. You can see the arch. So I usually put a little bit of food there too. I didn't this morning, that's from yesterday. And I usually clean out what's left over every couple of days. I don't want any bacteria to start up or parasites related to garbage. That's part of his breakfast there that still hasn't quite wilted. And that heat, as you can imagine, takes care of it quickly. He's still got 1 strawberry left, it looks like, and he loves those things. They grow by the driveway. Be cool if he'd go over there and get one, but he's really focused on his shed today. So I'll be checking back in with him throughout the day. But you know, I can't soak him. You don't even have, uh-oh, there's a shiny pretty thing. He's like, what's that? So obviously it's bothering him. I can take him out and pull that off with some tweezers or just my fingers, but I'm gonna let him do his thing and then help him later if he needs it. But you can see he's growing. I can really tell he is. His tail, especially the spikes on that. Uromastyx are in the family of spiny tail lizards, so he's proud of that tail, I'm sure.